Picture a world where the rivers have run dry. The rain has stopped falling. The crops have withered into dust. Society as you know it is collapsing, and the only thing that matters, the only thing worth fighting for, is water. This is not the plot of a Mad Max movie. This is not science fiction. This was a very real, very terrifying reality. For 1,200 years ago, the world experienced an environmental catastrophe so severe that it brought empires to their knees. And in the heart of the Iberian Peninsula, a group of survivors built a dystopian fortress to protect their most precious resource. To understand this fortress, we must first understand the apocalypse that created it. Scientists call it the 4.2 kiloyear event. Starting around the year 2200 BC, a massive shift in global climate systems triggered a megadrought that lasted for an entire century. This was one of the most severe climatic events of the entire Holocene epoch. It was so significant that geologists use it to mark the beginning of our current geological age, the Megalan. Across the globe, the results were devastating. The old kingdom of Egypt collapsed. The Akkadian Empire in Mesopotamia fell. The Indus Valley Civilization began to fracture. Entire civilizations that had lasted for millennia simply ceased to exist. In the Iberian Peninsula, the situation was desperate. The region of La Mancha, already a semi-arid environment, was hit by two rapid, intense dry phases. Surface water vanished. Settlements were abandoned. People were dying. But human beings are incredibly resilient. When the world dries up, you do not just give up. You dig. Enter Motilla del Azuer. Located near modern-day Daimiel in Spain, this site is the ultimate Bronze Age survival bunker. It is a fortified artificial mound, roughly 50 meters in diameter, featuring up to 3 massive concentric stone walls. Some of these walls still stand over 10 meters high today. This was not a typical village. This was a heavily defended control point. It had defensive access corridors, ramps, and a prominent central tower. Inside, they stored large-scale supplies of cereals and housed livestock. But the walls were not built to protect the grain. They were built to protect what was at the very center of the fortress, the well. This is the oldest documented groundwater well in the Iberian Peninsula. It taps directly into the aquifer beneath the nearby Azuer River. It is at least 20 meters deep, and archaeologists have not even reached the bottom yet. During the 4.2 kiloyear event, this well was the difference between life and death. A community of perhaps 100 people lived here, controlling this vital resource. They built a hydraulic refuge. In a dying landscape, whoever controls the water controls everything. Just like the Citadel in Mad Max, Fury Road, Motilla del Azuer was a fortress of salvation in a wasteland. The people of the Motilla culture did not just survive the drought, they adapted to it. They created the earliest known groundwater collection system in Europe. Their engineering was so advanced and their walls so strong that they managed to hold on for centuries, occupying the site until around 1500 BC. Today, Motilla del Azuer stands as a monument to human ingenuity and desperation. It is a stark reminder that climate change and environmental collapse are not just modern fears. They are historical facts. When the rivers dry up and the world turns to dust, society changes. We build walls. We hoard resources. We fight for survival. Motilla del Azuer proves that the post-apocalyptic world of Mad Max is not just a Hollywood fantasy. For 1,000 years ago, it was real, and it happened right here,